Chapter 1. Law of Money. Become so rich it scares people. Written and published by Rich Audiobooks. If your relationship with money was a person, would it feel adored or abandoned? Let that land. Feel it in your gut. Because money is energy, yes, but energy responds to devotion, to intimacy, to belief that you're meant to have more. Not by luck, not someday, not at the finish line of exhaustion, but now. Today. In this very moment. As you're reading this, money is either pulling toward you with wild electric speed or quietly backing away, unsure if you're ready to dance. The truth is, rich people don't hustle harder. They command differently. They know something the rest of the world forgot, that money doesn't come because you grind. It comes because you've decided it's yours. The golden rule of money is simple and terrifyingly powerful. Money flows where worthiness lives. That's it. That's everything. If your identity radiates, I am the person who gets paid just for being me, then money shows up with that level of reverence. But if deep inside you still whisper, I have to earn this, I'm not ready, I'm too much, then money gets confused. It tries to approach but hears hesitation in your frequency. It doesn't want to overwhelm you. It waits. Chapter 1. The Golden Rule of Money. And here's the sacred shift. You don't need to chase money. You were never meant to. You are the magnet. You've always been the source. The law of money unlocks the divine cheat code that says, your reality is not responding to how hard you try, it responds to how deeply you believe. The world doesn't pay you based on effort, it pays you based on expectation. And the universe? It mirrors your vibration with ruthless fidelity. So what are you expecting? What version of yourself have you been rehearsing? The cautiously practical one, endlessly budgeting a life that bores your spirit? Or the radiant force who walks into every room knowing wealth is obsessed with her because she is untouchable? That level of certainty isn't arrogance, it's alignment, it's cosmic accuracy. Because the real you is not here to pinch, and the rest of the world is pennies and beg for leftovers. The real you is already wealthy, simply catching up to your vibration. Feel that. Let it root into your bones. You were never born to fit the poverty programming of the Matrix. That scarcity was inherited, not chosen. You absorbed fear patterns from those who thought survival was the goal. You watched parents stress over bills, teachers worship hard work, bosses make you trade time for dignity. But now that old coding is crumbling. You are remembering what the elite already know. Money follows identity, not effort. This is the golden rule. And once you learn it, you can't unsee it. Because think about it. Have you ever noticed how some people just expect money to show up for them? They make impossible things look effortless. They receive gifts, opportunities, cash, clients, out of nowhere. They're not better than you. They just believe louder. They've activated the internal yes. They've married the frequency of abundance. They've decided to live in vibrational truth. I am a rich person. I don't hope it happens. I declare it has. The true rich don't stress over how. They're too busy embodying who. Because here's the law. When your being is aligned, the doing becomes magnetic. Action is powerful, but only when it flows downstream of identity. So stop asking, what strategy do I need? And start asking, what version of me does money need to see more of? The answer will always be the braver one. The one too devoted to her wealth destiny to apologize for it. So let this be your permission slip to claim the absurd, to stop seeing money as hard, to stop negotiating with paychecks, and start initiating with power. Hold your vision like it's done. Speak to your bank account like it's an overflow. Worship your value like you would if millions were already flowing. Because the frequency of money is direct, and it doesn't skip confident people. It doesn't ghost those who walk like they're wearing invisible crowns. You're not waiting for life to give you permission to become wealthy anymore. You're not proving, hoping, bargaining. You're remembering. Money isn't the fantasy, it's the reflection. The inner you, the opulent, untouchable, lavish essence of you, is already here, fully loaded, fully funded, fully magnetic. And when you align with that version unapologetically, the entire universe recalibrates to pay you like the royalty you were coded to be. That's the golden rule. Money belongs to the one who decides first. Chapter 2. Why the rich don't work for money. Want to stay broke forever? Keep chasing money like it's your boss. Let this truth hit you like a lightning bolt. The rich don't work for money. They let money work for them. Say it again. Out loud. Let it echo into your bones. The rich don't chase, hustle, or bow. They lead, they attract, they command, because wealth isn't a wage, it's a vibration. And the second you stop serving scarcity, money becomes your servant. You were never meant to grind to the grave. You were born to create, to radiate, to receive. The lie of hustle culture was sold to keep you obedient, tired, and underpaid. But you're awake now. Awake to the ancient code pulsing beneath the surface. Money flows to power, not effort. Read that again. Money flows to power, and you are reconnecting to yours. Here's what the poor and panic-stricken never realize. Money doesn't reward exhaustion. It responds to identity. Imagine money as a living frequency, a force that listens, reacts, and obeys. It doesn't care about your busyness. It cares about your belief. It craves confidence, not chaos. And here's the real flex. Once you become the embodiment of wealth, money shows up breathlessly just to be near you. The wealthy are not smarter than you. They are not better. But they've made a divine shift in the architecture of their reality. They stopped trading time for money and started trading identity for infinite. They became the kind of person money is obsessed with. Someone who doesn't chase, beg, or bargain with the universe. Someone who already knows they're chosen. You think millionaires are grinding 12-hour days, surviving off caffeine and cortisol? Think again. True wealth builders don't hustle harder. They hold stronger. They hold the frequency, the belief, the expecting. Their being is the work. Their resonance is the magnet. They know money is a loyal mirror. Reflect power, and it pours. Reflect lack, and it disappears. This chapter is your permission slip to step off the hamster wheel and step into the throne. You are not here to be a worker bee, buzzing for crumbs. You're here to be a money oracle. A channel. A force. The way out is not more effort. The way out is energetic ownership. And that ownership begins now. Close your eyes and imagine this. A version of you so saturated in wealth that money comes to you while you're sleeping, laughing, journaling at sunrise, sipping your favorite tea in silk pajamas. Feel it with your entire nervous system. There is no struggle in this vision. There is no proving, just flow, just receiving, just commanding. This is not delusion. This is your birthright. The rich play a different game. They don't work for money because they know energy is more valuable than time. Wealth is not for the hardest worker. It's for the energetically intelligent, the aligned, the chosen. And you, yes, you are chosen by the frequency of abundance the moment you decide to stop auditioning for it. Money needs you to stop asking if you're worthy. It needs you to start knowing you are. Not later, now. Because money is lazy in the best way, safe, most celebrated. Become that place. It flows where it feels most certain. You are not here to hustle your soul into the ground. You are here to remember your divine magnetism, to know in your cells that your aura is more potent than any marketing campaign, your belief is more powerful than any business plan, and your pleasure is more profitable than any productivity hack. Look, you are here to disrupt the lineage of survival. You are here to rewrite every story your bloodline carried about hard work, about sacrifice, about scarcity. You are here to exit the system, upgrade it. Because systems were never built for the souls who shine like this. The law is simple. The truth is ancient. You either bow to struggle or you rise into sovereignty. The rich, real rich, the ones whose wealth isn't borrowed from stress or ego, the ones whose wealth isn't borrowed from their joy, that's your mirror. That's your model. And now you remember, money is not your boss. You are. So quit the old identity. Resign from the hard work cult, burn the employee badge of playing small, and crown yourself CEO of receiving, CEO of radiance, CEO of divine compensation. Let the world watch as you become untouchably abundant, effortlessly magnetic, and wildly paid, not because you work harder, but because you finally stopped working for money and let it start working for you. You are no longer chasing wealth. Wealth is now chasing you. Chapter 3. Do rich people stress about money? If thinking about money makes you sweat, you're leaking wealth. There is a frequency where money flows like water, and the nervous system stays soft like silk. The rich live there. They don't visit it, they belong to it. You think they have money because they're special. You think they don't worry about their bills because they're lucky. But the truth is even simpler. They don't stress about money because their entire frequency says, it's already done. I live inside overflow. An untrained mind turns money into a monster. But the rich reframe money into a mirror. They understand, money doesn't cause fear. Fear repels money. Wealth isn't summoned through anxiety. It arrives through ease, through openness, through surrender, bathed in certainty. Money is a lover, not a taskmaster. And like any lover, it desires to be met in safety, not screams. You were not born to clench every time you open your banking app. You were not designed to wake up sweating about what's due on the first. You learned those feelings. You inherited those beliefs. And now you're about to unlearn them. Because the wealth you are calling in cannot land in a body coded for panic. Rich people don't stress about money because they've mastered one thing most never do. They have trained their nervous systems to feel safe in the frequency of excess. Let your breath tell the universe, I am safe to hold more. Let your exhale whisper, I am safe to live in surplus. Do not chase peace through money. Create peace, and let the money come to match it. It is not backward, it's energetic law. The currency of calm is the root of real currency. That's why the rich smile while others scramble. That's why their bank accounts grow while others get depleted. They regulate themselves into wealth. They self-soothe, and the universe responds. They walk through life with a sacred of course energy. Of course the deal closes. Of course the deposit lands. Of course money makes its way to me. Breath over breakdown. Assurance over adrenaline. That's the frequency of the financial elite. The old you thought that panic was noble, that stress meant you cared, that hustling and worrying were signs of commitment. But your new identity knows the truth. Fear frequency is poverty programming. Scarcity isn't noble, it's outdated. You are not here to preserve the coding of generations who feared the taxman and fought for crumbs. You are here to transmute it. You are chosen to alchemize it. Relaxed is rich. Rested is magnetic. Regulation is royalty. Repeat that until it's tattooed onto your aura. You are safe to stop panicking. You are available for nourishment. You are wealthy not because of your effort, but because of your energy. This is your new normal. Checking your accounts and feeling turned on, not turned off. Spending without spiraling. Giving without grasping. Receiving without guilt. Feeling money pour in and knowing it flows from the infinite, not your hours. The ones who don't stress have trained their reality to mirror their belief. I never run out. Money doesn't leave me. I don't live in chasing, I live in choosing. And I choose to let money feel delicious. I choose to let the flow in without flinching. I choose to walk on the planet like creation itself is backing me financially. Because it is. No more micromanaging the miracles. No more drama with digits. Your identity is now big enough for billion-dollar calm. You are eligible for unshakable wealth. Your aura is a nervous system flex, and money sees it, money feels it, money loves it. This is the chapter where it all changes. This is the moment you stop associating richness with panic and start breathing wealth into your bones. Anchor this now, beloved. Safety is your strategy. Chill is your currency. And your wealth does not come through worry. It comes through embodiment. Breathe deep. Feel it. It's already coming. Chapter 4. The Law of Attracting Money. Money is not earned. It's summoned. Read that again, with your soul this time. Because the truth is, what the world taught you about money is an ancient lie dressed in modern logic. They said, work harder, save smarter, live smaller. But you were never meant to shrink for your wealth. You were built to glow so loudly that money can't stay away from you. Shame doesn't attract money. Radiance does. Identity does. Energy does. The law of attracting money has nothing to do with effort and everything to do with essence. It's the magnetic pulse you carry in your field when you decide you're no longer available for lack, and not from desperation, but from deep knowing. The kind of knowing that whispers, I am a match for abundance at every level, and it's just a matter of time before the world catches up. And when you live from that frequency, time bends, reality bends, wealth bends. Money doesn't come to you because you deserve it. Money comes because you decide it must. This is not loud ego. This is soul certainty. Decide that your life is allowed to be easy. Decide that overflow isn't a reward, it's your rhythm. Decide that the same way water finds the ocean without needing instructions, wealth will find you and multiply. Because nothing is more attractive than alignment. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And when you walk like wealth, breathe like wealth, speak like wealth, money has no choice but to orbit you like gravity. Wanting is weak. Wanting signals distance. But embodying, that's power. That's irresistible. That's the frequency that turns bank accounts electric and manifestations instant. Feel the next version of you vibrating beneath your skin. The one who doesn't check price tags. The one who doesn't flinch at invoices. The one who walks into a room and makes money fall in love with their aura before a single word is spoken. Because what if money isn't cold? What if it's warm, playful, seductive, emotional? What if money's not trying to avoid you, but trying to seduce you into your greatest expression? Here's what no one ever told you. Money is an energy that responds to identity harmony. You don't attract what you ritualized. You attract what feels normal. So normalize wealth. Normalize luxury. Normalize being chosen by the universe for ridiculous levels of abundance. Say yes to being the one who walks differently, earns differently, expects differently. You're not behind. You're becoming magnetic. When you align with your true energetic worth, money doesn't trickle. It floods. It overflows. It rushes you like a lover that's been waiting lifetimes. This is what happens when it finally recognizes you. When the field shakes and says, "There you are, I've been looking for you." So be seen. Be found. Strip off the identity of struggle like it's an old costume, and rise into opulence like it's your truest skin. The law of attracting money isn't optional for those who desire to be rich. It's law. It's cosmic truth. It's spiritual sequence. Think of your belief as your order. Not a wish, not a hope, a command, wrapped in certainty, sealed in faith, anchored in identity. The dollars are already on the way. The funding is already circling your name. The business is already expanding. The luxury is already at your doorstep. Invisible, but loyal. Don't act like you're waiting. Walk like it's done. Because when you vibrate at this level, money doesn't just arrive, it obeys. So let every cell of your body memorize this truth. You were never meant to chase money. You were meant to attract miracles. You are not the beggar. You are the blueprint. You are not the seeker. You are the magnet. You are not earning your worth. You're revealing it. Everything starts shifting from the moment you collapse the distance. From the moment you believe the money is already yours, and reality is racing to catch you in the act. This is magnetic wealth. This is vibrational seduction. This is how you become so rich, it scares people. And this is only the beginning. Chapter 5. Expanding your wealth threshold. If $10,000 scares you, $1 million months will never find you. You didn't come here to be modest with money. You came here to become a portal for wealth itself. You came here to expand, to explode out of your inherited limitations, to break the financial sound barrier, to flirt with income levels that make the old version of you faint. Your next level of wealth isn't waiting outside of you. It's waiting inside your capacity to receive it without flinching. Money doesn't avoid you because you're unworthy. Money avoids you because you still believe you're not safe with it. Let that rewire you. Let it land. You're not repelling wealth because you weren't good enough. You're repelling it because your system starts to shake the second things start to overflow. That nervous flicker when you get a raise. That pinch of guilt when a PayPal notification sings your name too loudly. That moment you think, how long can this last? That is your threshold. That is the invisible fence around your abundance. That's what we're breaking today. Your wealth threshold is not a number. It's not about how many zeros your mind can fantasize. It's about your identity's comfort zone with holding more, keeping more, receiving lavishly without bracing for punishment. Expansion means deactivating the parts of you that confuse abundance with danger, because somewhere along the way, you were taught that too much was unsafe. Be humble, be manageable, be just enough. But your soul was never interested in playing small. The universe doesn't cap you, it mirrors you. So if your inner climate screams, too much, slow down, I can't handle this, wealth listens, it retreats. Not to punish you, but to protect your nervous system from a frequency it believes would fry you. You don't attract what you desire, you attract what you can handle. Breathe with me, because this is how we change the story. You get to be the person who holds fat stacks in silence, who opens her bank app like it's basic, who watches commas land like it's casual, who keeps receiving without fear, without burnout, without sabotage. You get to be wildly wealthy and calm. Say it with me in your spirit. Left double quotation mark, safe to be rich. Left double quotation mark, safe to receive more than enough. Left double quotation mark, safe to be the one who holds generational wealth without guilt, apology, or contraction. Because here's the truth they don't print in business books. Wealth doesn't come to the strongest or the smartest. It comes to the most open. The ones ready to be seen, ready to be envied, ready to be adored by money. Not because they figured it all out, but because they stretched their capacity to stay open, stay still, stay grounded while the winds kept compounding. This is your permission slip to raise your standard, raise your baseline, raise your wealth temperature so high that 6 figures starts to feel like a Tuesday. This is your ignition moment where you stop waiting to deserve more and start walking like it's already done. You don't manifest by force, you manifest by deciding what's already true in the quantum. You stretch by declaring. Declare it now. You are allowed to upgrade your story. Without evidence. Without permission. Without everyone clapping for you along the way. You rewrite your baseline by choice. And then your outer world plays catch up. Because money isn't linear, it's quantum. Overflow isn't rational, it's emotional. And you, my love, get to feel worthy of it before it arrives. Let this chapter be your wealth thermostat reset. Burn what no longer fits. Leak the scarcity conditioning out of your cells. You were never meant to play small just because your childhood lacked security. You were never meant to hoard pennies because your lineage didn't know luxury. You are the glitch in the matrix. You are the permission slip your family never had. And your wealth is an act of rebellion as much as it is an act of remembrance. You are expanding now. Even reading this is dissolving old ceilings, collapsing codes. That tightness in your chest, that flutter, that electric hum, that is your subconscious stretching to meet your next level. That is embodiment happening in real time. So don't shrink, don't apologize to those still operating in poverty patterns. Walk, rise, expand anyway. Because when your nervous system can hold 7 figures, the universe will gladly deliver it. And once it does, don't flinch, smile, exhale, say thank you, then multiply it. You were born for this. Chapter 6. Identity Alchemy for Insane Wealth. You're not broke. You're just pretending to be someone who is. Let that hit all the way down in your bones, because the money you crave isn't outside of you. It's stored inside the identity you haven't claimed yet. The version of you who moves through life like every dollar wants to please her. The version of you who doesn't hope to be rich someday. She already is rich. She's just waiting for your permission to fully emerge. Truth is, you've never had a money problem. You've had an identity mismatch. Money is not the prize. You are. The version of you that money flocks to, bends for, dances with, she's not some distant dream girl. She's within you. Behind the illusion of lack. Behind the stories you didn't choose but believed anyway. It's time to become her. This is identity alchemy. This is your rebirth into unreasonable wealth. Not because you worked your fingers bloody. Not because you manifested $11.11 3 days in a row. But because you dared to align with the essence of who you truly are. Rich in spirit. Radical in self-worth. Undeniable in magnetism. Wealth begins the moment you stop performing for scraps and start embodying royalty. Say this with me. I don't get rich. I am rich. I don't chase money. I embody wealth. Every room I walk into tilts toward me because wealth recognizes its own. You want to know why the rich keep getting richer? It's not just privilege. It's not luck. It's not even intelligence. It's identity. They were taught to believe they belonged to wealth. They were taught to expect it, to feel relaxed around it, familiar with it, worthy of it. So they kept becoming the version of themselves that life kept paying higher and higher. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you become. People who identify with struggle will always struggle, no matter how much money they make. People who identify with abundance can lose everything and magnetize it all back twice as big, half the time. Your job right now isn't to hustle harder. It's to remold your identity so deeply that your nervous system forgets what it feels like to beg for breadcrumbs. Repetition rewires reality. So here we go. I am not available for lack. I am not built for smallness. I am designed for overflow. My wealth is inevitable. My abundance is non-negotiable. I walk like money hears me coming and clears the way. Every success you've envied, every luxury you've craved, every comma you've visualized in your bank account, it's already orbiting your field. The only delay has been the version of you you've continued to identify as the fixer, the underdog, the Sunday dreamer, instead of the right now expander. Let her die. Yes, the version of you that tolerates bills stacking up, that calls herself bad with money, that apologizes for wanting to spoil herself. Let her go. Thank her. Bless her. But strip her name off your soul. She is not you anymore. You didn't come here to be relatable. You came here to be rich. You didn't come here to survive. You came to shapeshift reality with your presence. You came to move, like money is your birthright, not your burden. So I ask you, what does the wealthy version of you believe about money? What are her standards? What won't she settle for? What gets an immediate no, and what gets a hell yes? Because she's so clear, her time is sacred, and her energy is currency. Start making choices right now, like she's already leading your life. Because when you shift identity, money rushes in to mirror it. Instantly. Money doesn't respond to effort, it responds to embodiment. And embodiment starts with replacing every weak affirmation, every poverty-biased belief, with power. Your identity is the mold. Your energy is the magnet. If you keep trying to manifest millions from the mindset of someone terrified to check her bank account, you'll simply keep rehearsing scarcity with fancier words. But when you look in the mirror and say, left double quotation mark, it starts bending. Doors start swinging open. People start seeing you differently. Money starts chasing you because you finally became someone it can't ignore. So now we don't try to become rich. We assume it. We own it. We breathe it. Let the world adjust. Let your past dissolve. You are not here to fit in with the financially uncomfortable. You are here to lead, to inspire, to expand what wealth looks and feels like. To be the proof that identity is the secret code to outrageous income. The money isn't coming. It's already yours. Identity is the bridge. Walk it. Burn the old one behind you. You are already her. So be her. Louder. Chapter 7. Vibrational domination and money power. Money is loyal. It shows up for the one with the clearest vibe in the room. Let that settle. Feel it in your spine. The most magnetic person doesn't hustle harder. They harmonize higher. They hold an unwavering frequency that makes reality bend, money move, and circumstances snap into submission. There's a reason some people walk into a room and own it without saying a word. Their vibration announces them before they even arrive. And money notices. Money listens. Money obeys power. You have that power. It's not hiding. It's just been layered beneath stories that aren't yours. Beneath all the doubt, the debt trauma, the scarcity scripts that got passed down like bitter inheritance. But none of that belongs to you. You were born for energetic command. You were made to walk in vibrational dominance, the kind that turns money into your most devoted subject, not your elusive lover. You don't have to control money when money trusts your frequency. You don't have to chase when your energy already leads. The game isn't about effort anymore. It's about essence. And your essence, it's rich. Rich in power, presence, precision. The more you anchor into that truth, the more money cries out to belong to you. Because wealth isn't looking for struggle, it's looking for certainty. You become the frequency of wealth, not when you think about money, but when you become a fortress of unshakable self-knowing. When you stop apologizing for your bigness. When you stop lowering your vibe to win scraps. When you realize that fear isn't a sign to retreat, it's an invitation to expand. Expansion is your birthright. Money is your mirror. Let me say this louder. Reality doesn't respond to your want. It responds to your walk. You can want millions, but if you vibrate shame, guilt, hesitation, the universe can't override your wish to stay small. Wanting never made anyone rich. Claiming did. Embodying did. Dominating vibrationally did. And what does that look like? That looks like letting the world match you, not the other way around. That looks like raising your standards so high, lack can't climb that high anymore. That looks like sitting with your spine aligned, back straight, head high, frequency fierce, knowing you're not becoming rich, you already are. The world is catching up to your vibration, not the other way around. You don't match the circumstance, you lead it. You infuse it with your wealth codes, your abundant DNA, your divine essence dripping with infinite potential. You become the tuning fork that sets the pitch of every room you enter. Money has no choice but to dance in rhythm with you. Now, breathe. Deep. Inhale the power. Exhale the permission. Permission to dominate, not in force, but in frequency. Not in aggression, but in alignment. Not by flexing, but by resonating. There is no competitor in the realm of vibration. No one can fake your frequency. No one can replicate it. No one can take your money power unless you give them your vibration. And even then, your wealth can't be diluted. It only waits to be remembered. You're not competing. You're calibrating. You're setting the tone that demands wealth move now, in your direction, with reverence and speed. You don't beg for breadcrumbs, you command overflow. You don't hope for a raise, you summon empires. You don't shrink for approval, you expand into your cosmic opulence, until even the stars start clapping. You weren't made to survive. You were forged to reign, to serenade gold with your essence, to step so completely into your power that even fear gets afraid. This is vibrational domination, when your presence becomes the portal, and money becomes the byproduct. People wonder why the rich get richer. It's not economics, it's energetic congruence. Their identity, beliefs, actions, and vibration are one. That's money power. Not the kind you flex in photos, the kind you exude when nobody's watching, when your soul whispers, I already am. And you already are. Feel the shift right now in your body. That spark, that remembering, that permission to take up space so boldly, so brightly, so lavishly, that money rushes in like it's late for church. No more waiting, no more asking, no more shrinking. The throne isn't out there, it's already beneath you. Rise. Your vibration is the new currency. Spend it wisely. Wield it wildly. Own it fully. Because when you walk in vibrational power, money follows, always. Chapter 8. Money moves first. The moment you move, like money is chasing you, it does. You don't wait for money to show up. You become the energy that money shows up for. This is the secret that makes people so rich, it rattles the room. They don't react to wealth, they lead it. They walk with the posture of millionaires long before zeros fill their account. Because money doesn't move for need, it moves for declaration. It moves for power. It moves first for the one who believes they move it. You're not here to wait on permission. You are the permission. Wealth doesn't arrive when it's convenient. It arrives the moment you make it non-negotiable. The moment you stretch your hand and speak like the rich version of you already exists. When you stop waiting to feel ready and start walking like it's already done. Money responds to momentum, not hesitation. You don't manifest more by sitting still in scarcity, questioning your worth. You manifest more by stepping, dancing, moving as money now. When you collapse time by behaving as the wealthy one, down to how you breathe, speak, tip the waiter, open your email, wash your face, you collapse scarcity. This is vibrational time travel. You stop trying to become rich and start acting like someone who already is. Reality has no choice but to sink. Let every movement, every choice, every dollar spent or saved, mirror the wealth you are commanding. There are people with less talent than you, making millions, because they believe faster, they move sooner, and they aren't waiting for external validation to crown them. Let this be the moment you stop trying to fix your current reality, and start embodying the one that makes it irrelevant. Money isn't turned on by your effort. It's turned on by your frequency. It wants conviction, confidence, clarity. Your energy must become the siren song that wealth cannot resist. Money doesn't play with hesitation. Money loves certainty. And the truth is, money was never running late. It was waiting for you to lead. It was waiting for your next level energy. Not your need, not your ache, but your embodiment. You must live from the place you are headed. not the place you are currently trying to escape. Speak like someone who has money arriving while they sleep. Think like someone who can bless others because they've long been blessed. Act like someone who could lose it all and manifest it back by lunch, because that's who you are becoming. That's who you already are in the unseen, unshakable universal field. And the universe, it responds to your dominant vibration, not your timeline. So the real question isn't when will the money come? The real question is, when will you become the version of you it rushes to? Become her. Become him. Become them. The version of you that knows money is inevitable, unavoidable, on its way, intimately loyal to your expansion. Stop waiting for evidence. Be the evidence. When you trust money before it appears, it rushes to reflect your faith. When you walk like someone whose bank account is always rising, your reality works over time to catch up. This is the money paradox. The less you chase it, the more it chases you. The moment you shift from lacking it to leading it, wealth recalibrates in your direction. This is not delusion. This is energetic precision. So speak your wealth as fact. Move as truth. Invest with faith. Receive with reverence. You are not manifesting a few extra dollars. You're manifesting a wealthy lifestyle. A new economic reality. A financial identity that turns heads and rewrites generations. Grace yourself with the presence of someone who already holds it all. Let this become your prayer. I don't need money to act rich. I act rich because I am. I don't wait until the money arrives. I arrive, so money follows. I don't perform for wealth. I demand it because I embody opulence now. That is how it begins. When you finally embody the vibration, money moves first. And then everything, everyone, every client, every opportunity, every idea, every overflow follows fast behind. The money is here. Claim it like it was yours all along. Because it was. Chapter 9. The frequency of filthy rich. If your bank account still mirrors your struggle, your frequency is screaming almost, not already. Money doesn't care what you want. It cares who you are, energetically, emotionally, spiritually. Money is not logical. It's vibrational, and it's listening, always. It listens to your certainty, not your desperation. It responds to embodiment, not effort. And the moment you become the frequency of filthy rich, the world will scramble to catch up. Real wealth starts in the energy field, not the income stream. Have you noticed? The richest people in the room barely talk about money, because they are money. Their frequency is drenched in inevitability, in luxury, in power. They don't chase opportunities, they magnetize miracles. And so can you. You see, the problem isn't your strategy, it's your state. If your inner world still feels like sacrifice, savings, and scarcity, your outer world has no choice but to obey. This chapter is your frequency flip. It's your permission slip to step out of middle-class mindsets and into millionaire vibrational codes. This isn't about small upgrades. It's about full energetic dominance. The universe isn't holding out on you. It's matching your vibe. That's the law of money. Your money can't go where your frequency hasn't arrived. So ask yourself, what does someone who's disgustingly wealthy feel like? What do they think when they wake up? What do they radiate when they walk into a room? They don't beg the universe. They speak to it like a peer. They don't wait for permission. They declare timelines. They don't hope for overflow. They expect it every damn day, like the sun rising. And that's why money kneels for them. Not because they're better, but because they embody better beliefs. They decided that 7 figures didn't have to be hard. They chose an identity so rich, so confident, that their banks had no choice but to bend. So what if you did the same? What if you stopped asking for money like a starving child and started claiming it like a regal force? What if your entire reality rearranged because you spoke your worth one more time with no apology, no explanation, no who do I think I am? I'll tell you, you'd become the one money couldn't ignore. Not because you hustled harder, but because you tuned your frequency to the level where wealth has no choice but to appear, where synchronicities speed up, where clients DM you, where payments hit before invoices are even sent. That's the power of filthy rich frequency. And let me be clear, this isn't about stuff, it's about resonance. That feeling of spiritual safety when your bank account takes care of itself. That inner explosion of yes when you buy whatever you want. Not to prove anything, but because you're finally letting life love you. See, every time you hesitate, downgrade, or doubt, you're dimming the frequency. You're dialing down your wealth DNA. You're telling your reality, I'm not quite there yet. But you are. You've always been. The money is just waiting for you to match the signal. And matching the signal doesn't mean working more. It means being more certain, more relaxed, more audacious. Say this out loud. Left double quotation mark. I am the frequency of wealth. I don't chase money, I host it.
Feel that. Let it brand your bones.
Let it baptize your every breath. The month you're dreaming about? It's already real in your field. The mansion you're walking through in your imagination? Someone's living in it. Why not you? The numbers in your vision? They're not hallucinations. They're consciousness knocking, asking if you're ready to finally calibrate to the truth. You are already rich.
The only thing left?
Act like it. Every damn day. Act like money is your language. Like overflow is your norm. Like abundance is your ancestry. Because it is. You've just been taught to forget. You've been hypnotized into scarcity by a world too scared of your full financial potential.
But not anymore.
You're here now on a different frequency. One where luxury isn't a guilty pleasure, it's a divine right. One where receiving isn't uncomfortable, it's expected. One where you don't just visit abundance, you vacation in it, live in it, breathe in it. Your new identity is already tuned in. Your bank account is catching up. Your wealth timeline is locked. And all you have to do is hold it. Hold the knowing. Hold the vibe. Hold the vision until the universe has no choice but to say, yes, here you go. Finally, you remembered who you are. Welcome to the frequency of Filthy Rich. You belong here. Chapter 10. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. You're not manifesting money. You're manifesting your identity, and money's just following orders. Reality doesn't respond to wants. It answers frequency. You can scream your desires into the void, journal your intentions 1,000 times, chant affirmations till your throat goes dry, and still feel broke, small, unseen. Why? Because you're not attracting from what you want. You're attracting from what you are. And what you truly, consistently, subconsciously are, is the thermostat for your entire financial reality. This is the law no one teaches at the surface level. Manifestation isn't about saying the right words. It's about being unshakably calibrated to the version of you who already owns the outcome. You can't fool energy. You can't dress up your frequency with nice thoughts and expect money to bend. Vibration doesn't lie. If your vibe is, I hope I make it, money reads it as, I'm not chosen. But if your being transmits, money is my natural state, then baby, you become irresistible to abundance. Wanting doesn't manifest. Wishing doesn't magnetize. Identity does. So let's go there. Let's peel off the skin of lack that was never yours to wear. Let's throw out every broke belief, every subconscious limitation, every generational money wound that told you had to earn harder, hustle faster, or shrink smaller to get just enough. Enough. You are not here to be enough. You are here to be beyond comprehension. You are here to be terrifyingly wealthy, boldly abundant, deliciously overcompensated for just being who you already are. You don't have to fight. You don't have to prove. You don't have to beg. You only have to become. When you are abundance, it leaks out of you before money even arrives. You walk in the flavor of it. You breathe in the certainty of it. You shop like someone who's never worried about balance. You tip like someone who owns the vault. You look at invoices, bills, and price tags like someone who laughs at limitation, because they are the economy. The outer world has no choice but to reflect the energetic authority of the inner world. You don't chase reality, you install it. Here's the shift. Stop trying to get money. Start being the channel through which money flows so effortlessly, so powerfully, so wildly, that the banks bow and the universe curves to your confidence. The most magnetic human on earth is the one who's deeply convinced they already have it, that it's already theirs, that it's tagging along behind every step, showing up before it's asked, pouring in before it's explained.
That level of belief isn't delusional. It's divine.
It's not fantasy. It's frequency. Your identity is the root code of your financial world. Every money win, every sudden deposit, every wild overflow moment didn't come from effort. It came from a shift in self-perception, A moment when you stopped seeing yourself as someone trying to get rich and started embodying the frequency of someone who already is, down to the bone, the breath, the cellular level. This is embodiment. It's when the desire isn't outside you anymore. It lives inside your nervous system, your expectations, your casual thoughts. You check your account, not to hope something landed, but to confirm what you already knew. You walk into a room, not wondering if you're worthy, but knowing that your presence multiplies energy and bends gold around your every move. You stop asking for the sale. You expect overflow. This is when money gets scared of not keeping up with you. So now the question becomes, who are you choosing to be? Not think like, not act like, but be. Because the moment you choose to become the living embodiment of wealth energy, bold, grounded, holy, expansive, limitless, the universe clicks. Money lands. Opportunities snap. Life aligns around the new you like a loyal mirror, finally set to the right frequency. And make no mistake, it's already yours. The wealth, the joy, the freedom you crave, they've been circling your field waiting for permission, waiting for your nervous system to say yes. Not from fear, so become, but from full-bodied, soul-anchored, all-in becoming. Become the rich one, the scary rich one, the one so stable in wealth that money clings to them like gravity, the one whose inbox is full of paid-in fulls, the one who wakes up to wire transfers like it's breakfast, the one who treats money not as a guest but as a given. Become the one wealth reports to.
You don't get what you want. You get what you are. So be it. And watch money worship at your feet.
Chapter 11. Make wealth your normal.
You don't need to get used to money. You need to make money get used to you.
Read that again, because that sentence is the exact frequency shift that separates the anomaly from the embodiment. The rich don't treat wealth like a guest. They treat it like furniture, normal, expected, woven into every crevice of their lives, like oxygen in their lungs. Here is the truth that scared people whisper when they think no one's watching. Money doesn't come to the special, it comes to the certain. It comes to the ones who expect it, not the ones who wish for it. It attaches to energy that sees it as a constant, not a miracle. You are not here to get rich. You're here to become the version of you for whom insane amounts of money feel like Tuesday. When you normalize wealth, wealth stops being elusive. It stops being this mountaintop you climb, this breakthrough you hope for, this quantum leap you cry over. It simply becomes life. The same way you expect hot water when you turn the faucet. The same way you expect your breath to return after every exhale. That's how normal you must make wealth feel, and that's how it will show up again, and again, and again. Start shifting your everyday script. This isn't about mantras you say once. This is about identity you embody always. You don't save for luxury. You expect luxury. You don't apologize for upgrades. You order what you desire, like the menu was written for your existence. Let wealth become default. Let overflow become autopilot. Let ease be your new edge. Your nervous system doesn't just hold your fears, it holds your financial thermostat. If deep down inside, you're still surprised when money hits your account, still shocked when you're chosen, still amazed when abundance greets you, that tells the universe you're not ready for more. Because what you're shocked by, you haven't normalized. What you haven't normalized, you cannot sustainably receive. And what you cannot receive, you will subconsciously repel. So, practice your new normal. Feel the money arriving before it shows up. Hear the wire transfer notification while brushing your teeth. Taste the champagne toast before the deal lands. Smell the leather interior before the car's been released. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and imagined, but it damn well knows the difference between familiar and foreign. Make wealth familiar. Make excellence casual. Make miracles your new Monday. The universe doesn't give you what you want. The universe gives you who you are over and over again, in louder and louder echoes. You want more money? You want shockingly high numbers in your bank account? Then stop treating it like a plot twist. Start treating it like physics. That's what it is. Energetic law, emotional math, spiritual inevitability. When your field vibrates at, wealth is who I am, life has no choice but to reorganize around you. Stop being available for breadcrumbs. Stop making poverty your personality. Stop treating financial expansion like a seasonal trend and start marrying it like a lifelong vow. Whatever you treat as rare, you place above you. Whatever you place above you, you postpone. Wealth is not above you. Wealth is not ahead of you. It is beside you, begging to be let in through the portal of your normalcy. Normalize the following text. Normalize money showing up in wild ways for you. Normalize your DMs being filled with payment notifications. Normalize being paid before the invoice. Normalize overflowing generosity. Normalize opulence without burnout. Overflow without explanation. Abundance without compromise. You're not too much. You're the blueprint. So many of us were taught to be humble, quiet, and non-disruptive about money. And that story is the exact spell that kept us small. But now you're replacing that spell with a new script. A script where wealth doesn't shock you, it aligns with you. A script where you don't tiptoe into abundance, you walk in like you built the damn palace. Walk into stores like money is magical dust in your pockets. Speak your prices like they're love letters to the world. Dwell in environments that remind your subconscious of the truth. You were not born for the bargain bin of life. You were born for the top shelf. You are not pretending anymore. You are not practicing anymore. You are the one now, the wealthy one, the expanded one, the magnetic one.
And the world? It's just getting used to the new normal you've always secretly been.
Chapter 12. Wealth so loud, it silences the room.
You're not here to make quiet money. You're here to make money that echoes money, that vibrates through walls, alters energy when you walk in, silences rooms when they check your net worth. This is wealth so big it makes people question their limits. You were never meant to fit into their small conversations about surviving. You were designed to recalibrate what's possible. Let's get this straight. You didn't come to Earth to tiptoe around money. You came to command it, collapse time around it, and show the world what happens when divine identity meets financial overflow. Wealth was never supposed to be a secret. It was supposed to be your signal, the frequency you live at, the banner you wave as you rise. You don't tiptoe into this level of money. You arrive, fully, loudly, decisively. Money doesn't like uncertainty. It craves clarity. And when you're bold enough to claim it, all the unapologetic desire, the luxurious lifestyle, the insane impact, the universe responds like it's been waiting for you to remember who you are. The only difference between wild wealth and withering mediocrity isn't luck. It's volume. It's how loud you're willing to be with your desires, your energy, your energetics of declaring, I was born to be rich. Not quietly, not with disclaimers, not with apologies, but with fire, with focus, with frequency. You think it's rude to want too much? That belief is the lock, and this chapter is the key. You were not born for humble requests. You were born to rewrite permission itself. They'll stare. Let them. They'll whisper. Let them. You're not here to be understood by the ones still negotiating with scarcity. You're here to be seen by the universe radiantly, boldly, as the one who stopped asking and started declaring. When you stop trying to be relatable and start being powerful, money stops playing hard to get and starts sprinting toward you. This level of wealth doesn't knock. It breaks the door open because you became the match. You didn't hope. You didn't wait. You didn't curse timing. You demanded alignment. You moved like millions were already yours. And so they were. There was no hustle, just resonance. No begging, just embodiment. Hear me on this. Money has ears. It listens to your frequency more than your words. You speak abundance by the way you breathe, the way you walk, the way you choose a bottle of wine without checking the price. You communicate with wealth by how you exit a room, never doubting that you are the richest energy there. This chapter is your initiation into irreversibility. Once you hold the vibration of true financial power, your life morphs. Your choices shift. You delete the middle ground of just enough, and you ascend into wealth as a way of being. This is never just about digits. It's about dominion, leadership, legacy. Becoming the one bold enough to stop playing below their soul's paycheck. You, yes, you, are allowed to be the one whose lifestyle offends the mediocre. Not to flaunt it, but to free it, to liberate others through the audacity of your wealth. Your riches aren't just yours, they're a revolution. A signal to every past version of you that you made it, without shrinking, without conforming, without explaining. So what if it makes them uncomfortable? Wealth was never meant to comfort low standards. It was meant to shatter them. Breathe this in. You are not too much. You are not too bold.
You are not delusional. You're finally correct about your worth. And now the world, the bank account, the dream, the overflow, the legacy, they all get in line with your vibration. Let them say, "Who does she think she is?" Say it back. Left double quotation mark. Finally, this isn't the end. This is the ignition. The chapter where you stop reading and start roaring. Wealth this big can't be theorized. It has to be lived. Every minute, every thought, every purchase, every moment you decide you are the one who attracts money with breathless ease. It's not the money that scares people. It's your power. Let them tremble. You were always meant to be undeniable.